Hello, Ivan Bush here from No Sweat Brain Fitness. And today we're going to talk about Leonardo da Vinci. And that is someone that has probably been one of the greatest innovators ever. We've had other people that have done one thing or two things or one, really great things. But somehow or other, he managed to innovate in many different directions. And there are a lot of us that want to know how people that were so successful, what did they do? And how can we model that ourselves? And that is a very important way to learn and bring in new aspects to ourselves and to be even more successful. So people have studied Leonardo da Vinci a lot. There's one particular book that I think is quite good. I think you would like it as well. And it's Think Like Leonardo da Vinci. So we do 3 under 5, but today this is a big bonus because this is 7 principles that they have discovered that were really essential in his being so innovative. So get on your gym hat and let's go to the mental gym. We always warm up, and that is to take a nice deep breath, slowly exhale, take in another nice deep breath, and slowly exhale. All right, what are those 7 principles? Number 1 is curiosity. You can imagine how curious he was. In fact, people thought he was kind of strange about the things he was curious about. And when we go back and we really look at ourselves, think about how curious we were as children. At 5, at 10, we were driving our parents crazy. Well, why this? Well, why that? Well, how come this? Well, why not that? And we carried that on for quite a while. Then we get out of college, and a lot of times people get married, they get a job, they have children. By about 35, that real insatiable curiosity has just kind of drifted away. And a lot of us have children by then that they're driving us crazy with their curiosity. We need to bring that back. We cannot ever lose that if we want to be true innovators and problem solvers. That's number 2. Number 2 is test through experience. And everything is going so fast today. A lot of times in our work and in our own lives, we want to know what's going to happen next. What's the answer? I was working with somebody the other day, and he wanted to know, well, what's the answer? And I go, well, we don't know until we can begin to try certain things. Well, but it's that drive that it has to happen right now. But it's through experience, through discovery, before we can decide. Number 3 is we have to refine our senses. We talked about that yesterday, and we talked exactly how stimulating the senses really stimulates the brain in a very, very specific way. And once we begin to grab hold of that, we can understand the importance of the senses in today. We've kind of forgotten that. I mean, with any of us, we can have a meal and we go back to work or we go to whatever the activities are we have in the evening and we go, I can't even remember if I ate dinner. But we have to get back into refining the senses. Number 4, we have to embrace uncertainty. And this is very difficult today because we live in a very uncertain world. Is it more uncertain than Leonardo da Vinci's world? That's kind of hard to say. But we have to embrace uncertainty. If we're going to be exploring new careers, innovating new things in businesses, there is an element of uncertainty and risk that we have to embrace. The next one is build whole brain thinking, which we've talked about a lot in these last couple of sessions. And it's really stimulating knowing how that right brain is working. We can't just say that, oh yeah. No, we can imagine the neurons stretching, the dendrites and the spines reaching out to other parts of the brain and connecting, allowing us to see things in new ways that we haven't had that inner insight before. And it's using the left brain. It's using whole brain thinking When I worked with startup businesses, one of the things that we did is we used an assessment tool to make sure that startup team was really whole brain. So think about it. How are you using your whole brain? How are the people around you complementing your brain? So the next thing is cultivate grace and poise. When things don't work right, what is our resilience? How do we bounce back? You know, I've always loved the saying, it's not how hard or how far we fall, it's how high we bounce. And that's a part of grace and poise and accepting the uncertainty. And when we fail, that's all a part of success. Again, to go back to Leonardo da Vinci, when you read the book or you read anything else about him, he failed a lot. But that doesn't ever stop. It's only a learning. And I love the phrase, I never lose, I only win or I learn. And the last one, number 7, is incorporate systems thinking. And that's where we really engage that left brain and we do a lot of systems thinking. Remember, on the right side of the brain, the cells are stacked more vertically, allowing us to do that kind of thinking. Again, go back to building that wonderful whole brain thinking. So there we have it, 7 principles that they have distilled from Leonardo da Vinci. Let's bring it into our lives. And I will see you again tomorrow. If you want a copy of these, my email is going to be below. Send me an email and I will send you a little copy of these. So, see you tomorrow and thanks for watching.